Well, hello everybody and welcome once again to Lightning TV, brought to you in association with mjdphoto.biz. Having had a week away, the Lightning having had two back-to-back road trips last weekend, it was back to business at the Thunderdome on Saturday night. The visitors were Manchester Phoenix. Now Phoenix took the points away in a 4-1 win. After the game we caught up with a couple of the guys. That was a pretty hard game, wasn't it?
It was a really frustrating game, to be honest with you. We had the work rate all night, gifted them a couple of goals early on, and we just never really recovered from it. The boys tried hard. There's no question of effort. It's just maybe sometimes the application of that effort was a little bit misguided. But we outshot them by quite a bit. I think it was 38-25, and everything sort of points that we should have won the game, which is the most frustrating thing. But as Paulie just said in the room, that's the best team in the league right now. And that's, they're a good side, but I think on another day we could have beaten them, which is the frustrating thing. So
I'd agree with that to a certain extent, because there was a lot of huff and puff. The end product wasn't quite there, and you look on a different night at the puck. I'm not saying it was completely, they were completely lucky, because you got to give them credit for a win. But had the puck bounced differently on a number of nights, they would have gone in. I mean, Nick Paul had an absolute sitter that just dug in on the post, and any other night that would have gone in, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, there was that chance that Paulie nearly shoveled in there. Addy hit the post. Cammy had a great chance. He did everything right just in front of the net. I'm not sure how the puck didn't go in. We just didn't really get the bounces tonight, but that's no excuse. We need to be a bit more clinical in front of the net. Maybe some guys are a bit nervous. They're gripping their stick a little tight. But it will come good. It was just a bad day at the office in front of the net, really.
Yeah, you're always going to have a tough game against a team like Manchester. As you say, the best team in the league. Pretty much as it stands right now. Going on to the league, top half. How competitive is it this year?
It's not just the top half. I mean, even sort of you're looking at the bottom. Telford have beaten us twice. We've got a massive chance tomorrow to put that right and get back to winning ways against Telford. We lost to Peterborough away. Anyone can beat anyone. It's the same. It was the same last year. It took Telford a while to get their first win last year, but every team in this league is capable of beating every other team. And for spectators, for neutrals, for the sake of the league table, that's a great thing. From our point of view, we want to beat everyone every time we play. Yeah,
certainly no one going out in the front there, right at the front, is there? No team stretching the lead or stretching their legs so much.
Well, I mean, Manchester and Basingstoke are setting the pace, but Guildford will come strong, and if they don't come strong, they'll buy another import in. We've got what we've got, and we'll work with that, and we'll keep going until it comes right. No one's giving up on the chance of silverware. No one's saying the league's out of our reach. It's only November. We've got lots and lots of hockey to play, but it's just up until tonight, our home form's been good. We've got to get back to that. We've got to keep winning every game at home and winning, sort of 90% of games on the road, and we'll be just fine.
I've got to put it into context. I mean, we're talking about a loss tonight, but that wasn't by any means a bad performance by Lightning at all, was it?
It wasn't a bad performance for 60 minutes, but unfortunately, like we just said about the league being so tight, you switch off for 2 seconds here and there, and the goal's in the back of the net every time, and that's what happened to us in the first period, and we never really recovered from it. So.
Okay, well, tough road trip tomorrow. There's a few wrongs to put right up in Telford tomorrow evening, so I'm sure the lads they're going to be fired up for that.
Yeah, the boys, we're going there to win. Telford are not going to roll over for us, as we've seen twice already this season, and every time we played them last year. I know they only beat us once last year out of 6, but they're not an easy team to play. Just in a tight league, work rate goes a long way, and Telford will never ever fail to show up for a game where work rate's concerned. So we're going to have a battle tomorrow, but we've got to come home with 2 points.
Just going on you on a personal level now, because you came on as assistant coach a couple of seasons back now, really. How are you finding it? Obviously you've stopped skating now, although you do make the occasional appearance for the fire brigade team, as you saw in the summer. Is it something is that the thing you want to pursue long term?
Yeah, I mean, I would say I'm too old to play. I'm just pushing 30 now in a couple of weeks, but it was just the time was right for me, really. I've obviously been player coach in the ENL for a few years, and that got a little bit frustrating with the way that league's gone and the big money teams coming in and stuff. And really, every year we were having to work harder just to stay the same. And I just wanted a new challenge, really. And all of us probably want to go into coaching eventually. So I've hopefully got a bit of a head start being one of the sort of younger coaches around, and just work on it and hopefully learn as much as I can from Paulie. No one better to learn from really, and the whole organisation, the way the guys do things. So I'm just giving my input where I can and taking as much information on board as I can as well.
Brilliant. Well, got to be honest with you, Cliff, you don't look out of place up there. You're certainly fitting in well with the team, and the team are doing well. You win as a team, you lose as a team, and you just carry on like that.
Yes, exactly it. No one wins us a game on their own, no one loses us a game on their own. Tonight we lost to a better team, and tomorrow we need to be the better team, and as a unit of guys we'll go up there and we'll make sure we come home with a result.
Brilliant. Well, thanks very much for talking to us, and all the best up in Telford tomorrow.
No problem. Cheers, Chris.
You guys are pretty frustrated about that result tonight because the work rate was there but not the end product.
Yeah, right. It's tough to lose these kind of games. We felt like perhaps we were a better team, but obviously that doesn't show on the scoreboard. They scored at the right times, especially in the beginning of the game, and then we were always behind trying to catch up. So it was tough. And then we thought we had a bit of momentum after the first period, but then they scored right in the beginning of the second period, I believe. So they just couldn't get past them. So it's tough to take. Yeah.
One of those frustrating nights because you had a lot of puck possession and your forecheck was working well, but yet the bounces of the puck just didn't seem to be there. And you have to give Manchester some credit because they're a good side, but that was there for the taking, wasn't it, that game?
Well, yeah. I mean, they're not on top of the league for they're there for a reason. So they know how to win games, and that seems to be the problem. We're having hard times finding the back of the net. It's not that the effort's not there. Just sometimes you need maybe a lucky goal or something like that, and then gets the whole thing going. But we're going to take the positives out of this game, and we're going to try to take it into tomorrow.
Yeah, big one in Telford tomorrow because they seem to be the bogey team this year, don't they? And I know that for a fact all you guys are pretty fired up, and you want to right some wrongs up there tomorrow. That's
right. They beat us twice. They deserve to win those games, so it's not, we can't take anything away from them. But obviously, we need to put things right tomorrow. So hopefully everybody's going to be ready to go, and we're going to put that first win against Telford this year. It looked, going back to the game tonight, it looked fairly settled on the lines again tonight. It's good to have Lee Jameson back after his Great Britain duty. And, obviously we're sorry to lose Adam Calder through, what is a horrible injury to have. But Cam has come in, a pretty decent replacement, isn't he? Yeah, he's good. He's good. He came right in. He's done really well so far. The line seems to be clicking really good. That's the first time actually we played with Jemo and Kami tonight, and we thought the things were gelling pretty well. But yeah, Jemo's a big player for us. Best British player we have. So obviously he's probably on a bit of a high. He's done well with the GB and stuff. So it's always good to get guys back when they're in international duty. They normally quite confident when they get back, which is always a good thing. And he obviously scored tonight. But like you said, it's bad injury, horrific injury for Adam. But on the other hand, Kami's come in, and it looks like he took the opportunities as soon as he came in. So hopefully we're just gonna try to get better as each game as they come. But so far it's been good. And going back to Adam Calder again, brilliant to see him in the ring tonight, and walking around, albeit on crutches and still in a bit of pain, but he's walking around with a smile on his face. Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's a great guy. Like I said, we all miss him. It's been very hard, to lose a guy, especially with a bad injury like that. But it's too bad we couldn't win tonight for him, because he came. Who knows when it's going to be next opportunity for him to come down. But hopefully next time he comes, we're gonna win for him. Going back to just to you, because you're in your, I suppose you're in your second and a half season, because you came to us sort of half a season through when you obviously you left Slough. How have you been finding it with the Lightning setup? Because you seem to have slotted in very, very quickly, and it's almost like you were never here, if you know what I mean. It's like you've always been here. Well, like I said, it's the guys, as soon as when I came here, like you said, 2.5 years ago, the guys made it very easy for me, so I didn't have any problems slotting in, and I really enjoy my time, so I have nothing but good things to say about Milton Keynes. So it's like I said, it's always been easy for me. The only thing I want to do is just play play ice hockey, and they've let me do that, so it's perfect.
It's certainly a privilege because you've played in the UK, you've played at the very highest level, and you can certainly see that the way you gel with the lines that are on Lightning, the Lightning team, and certainly people like yourself and Nick Chin and Nick Paul and Lee with a lot of experience in the Elite League, for example. You certainly you add something to the team.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, we have quite a lot of experienced guys, which in certain situations should help, but it doesn't always help. But it's good to have all these guys. Like I played with Nicky Chin before, and like you said, I've had a few years in the Elite League and in other leagues. But we try to help the young guys as much as we can, and I think we got a good group. Like we're helping the young guys, they're helping us, so it's a good mix.
Brilliant. Well, Blaz, thanks very much for speaking to us tonight. I know you're pretty tired after a game, but all the best in Telford tomorrow. I know all you guys are really fired up to go and try and get the points there, and hope you have a good game.
Thanks a lot.
Well, once again, as normal, great to catch up with the guys after the game, and many thanks to them for coming up to speak to us. Now let's go and check out the rest of the results from the weekend and see how that affects the table come Sunday night. So, as well as a Lightning match at the Thunderdome, it was another full programme of games in the EPL on Saturday. Basingstoke came away with a win at Bracknell 3-1, while Sheffield picked up some much-needed points at home to Telford, the Yorkshire side recording a 2-1 win there. Slough played host to Guildford in the first of the weekend's double-headed games between the two sides, with the visitors coming out 5-3 winners, and Peterborough took the points against Swindon with a 4-3 overtime win. On to Sunday, and Basingstoke kept their place at the top of the league with a 5-3 win over the Steel Dogs. Guildford made it a maximum point weekend over Slough as they beat the Berkshire outfit 6-3, and Manchester managed to hang on to take the points in overtime, beating a resurgent Swindon 5-4. Elsewhere, Lightning broke their Telford hoodoo with a great 3-1 win away in Shropshire, but it was bad news for Phantoms as they were beaten 5-4 at home to Bracknell, having led that game 4-0. However, the big news of the night was that Phantoms have released British D-man James Hutchinson with immediate effect, citing financial reasons just 19 games into the season. Phantoms have called a fans forum for this coming Thursday evening, and the impression is that the problems may not end there, but we'll aim to keep you up to date here on Lightning TV, of course. On to the league then, and it's Basingstoke who topped the EPL on goal difference from Manchester, with a bit of a gap opening up to Guildford in third and Lightning just behind in fourth. Then it's Bracknell, Slough and Swindon, with Sheffield and Peterborough tied on 17 points apiece, with Telford at the bottom with 8 points. So there you go, that's the league tables. Also, last week, of course, it was the Milton Keynes Lightning Charity Golf Day in aid of Kidney Research UK. Loads of golfers, including loads of Lightning players, descended on Three Lots Golf Club just outside Milton Keynes, of course, to play a Ryder Cup format between two teams, Vito Rouser's Team Europe and Nick Paul's Global. Now, it was Paul's team that actually took away the trophy at the end of the day with quite a big win. But we want to say thank you to absolutely everybody who made the day so special, everybody, all the sponsors, and everybody who came along for the day. One thing we do want to do is pass on our thanks as well to Three Lots Golf Club, because they were absolutely superb in staging the event. Keep your eyes peeled, because the same thing will be happening next year. So it wasn't just the Milton Keynes fans who were down watching the game over the weekend between Lightning and Manchester. Bison forward Jacob Heron, of course, a former Lightning favourite, was here, and I caught up with him just after the game. First of all, good to see you again, but not in great circumstances.
Yeah, not in great circumstances, but it's good to be back home in Milton Keynes and just be around my friends and family and stuff for a while. So yeah, it's good to be here. But
I think, to be fair, a lot of us were shocked a bit to hear about your injury. Effectively, it's season ending for you. How did it happen, first of all?
Happened in the worst way it could happen, really. It's optional practice. Didn't have to be there, but yeah, it was just protecting the puck away and with my body, and just had my leg out, and Yarrow we both caught an edge, and he landed on my leg and just ripped my knee out, basically. So dislocated my knee, and yeah. So
what's the upshot now? Is it a case of having operations?
Yeah, I've torn my LCL and my ACL and my hamstring, and then I've fractured my fibula as well. So yeah, I've got to have knee reconstruction surgery. So
that's some injury to have at this stage of the season, at any stage, isn't it? Really.
Exactly. So it's just the worst thing. In a way, it's happened kind of in a good way beginning to the season, so I can be ready for next year instead of it happen and at the end, and then me having to miss the beginning of next season. But yeah, it's it's one of them injuries that happens to a lot of guys, and it's just I'm quite lucky where I've ruptured basically all my ligaments, and I've severed my nerves, so it's not.
You don't have too much pain.
I just have pain in the bone and in the hamstring, but in my knee, it doesn't hurt at all, which is okay, but it's not okay.
Not great, no. Are the doctors, the specialists, they're confident of a full recovery? Yeah.
Yeah, they. I've got a really good guy. He's worked with, I think, Fulham, and he's been in Australia working with all the football, rugby players out there. So he's a legit guy, and he's just. I'm going private, and it's all just really good. So yeah, I've got a thing called prehab where I'm just basically having electric currents thrown through my muscles and stuff so I don't have muscle waste.
Is that just to keep them exercised?
I'm getting the best treatment I could get. So yeah, so it's just going to be, if I rehab it properly, listen to the guys and they're telling me what to do, and we have a great physio in Basingstoke called Matt who's going to help me out every step of the way. And yeah, so it's really good.
It's good as well that you've you've got the backup. You certainly got the backing, and I think a lot of people are going to have to keep telling you, listen to what the specialists say, because you're going to be impatient to get back, aren't you?
Yeah, it's the only time I'm going to put my kit on this year is if the Bison make it to Coventry, and I'm not going to play. I'll just put my kit on just to be a part of it. And I'm just going to have to live with it really, and just do everything properly so I'm ready to go. But it's the worst feeling for me. Like, I'm just trying to break into the league a bit and make a name for myself, to get like a regular shift and to play more, and just for this to happen just sets me back. So we'll see.
It sets you back a little bit, but to be fair, Bison are having a good season. Yeah. Your name's been mentioned, quite highly, even at the very start of the season as well. So your name's there up in lights. So I don't think they're going to forget you.
Yeah, boys, Milton Keynes have got unbelievable fans, but it's the one thing about Basingstoke. When I went there, it's kind of the same as Milton Keynes. The fans are more or less exactly the same, and I love it in Basingstoke. I'm so glad I've gone there, but yeah, it's just I don't think they won't forget me or anything like that, because I'm not going to leave. But it's just gonna be one of them things where I'm just gonna have to take it on the chin and keep my chin up and keep going and get better. So.
Well, I know for a fact that everybody here associated with lighting still considers you a Milton Keynes boy. And everybody I know sends you their very best wishes for a speedy recovery. Not too quickly, do it properly, but hopefully we'll see you on the ice start next season. Thanks, Jacob.
Exactly. Thank you. Cheers.
So there you go. That's pretty much all we've got time for here on Lightning TV for this week. Don't forget, stay tuned. Keep yourself looking on the website as well, www.mk-lightning.com. You get all the details on there. Next week, it's Sheffield. Saturday night, 7 o'clock face-off. Get your tickets from the box office before Friday to get yourself a discount. Until next time, we'll see you then. Take care.